Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. The economic freedom fighters are now in campaign mode, and the upcoming election, is on May 8th of this year. I believe it is in May 8th. And it's important that we support the leadership of the economic freedom fighters because this political party represents the political change that the continent of Africa desperately needs. We need a party that is a nationalist party. We need a party that is in the best interests of Africa as a whole. Okay. When you have political leadership that will not compromise, when you have political leadership that will focus on the good of the people, the indigenous people, then you have a political party that you must protect and a political party that you must support unwaveringly. And I say this because naturally there would be um, targeted efforts to stay in the image of such an organization. Some people try to paint them as being um, followers of Fidel Castro. Some people try to paint them as being anarchists or violent. But time and again, Julius Malema has proven that he is a calculating leader, that he is a leader who will not be swayed by the noise in the market. He is pressing forward for the expropriation of the land of South Africa. It is so important that he and the organization, the Economic Freedom Fighters, succeed. Um, you find that even the white supremacists in South Africa fear this organization. All right, they fear this organization to the extent that they have been working through organizations like AfriForum to try and stay in the character of this organization. But we must not allow negative elements to separate us at such a critical time. All right. And I also would like to see that the ANC receives a certain support, a certain level of political support in the election, because the combined efforts of the ANC and the EFF will ensure that the efforts of AfriForum, that the efforts of the Boers in South Africa do not succeed. Okay, we need to press forward with this organization in mind and not allow it to fail. Okay, now I would like to discuss this in the context of um the land issue, because if you are paying attention to what's taking place, the farmers in South Africa were given notice that the intention of the government is to expropriate the land. Okay, this was agreed upon by Cyril Ramaphosa and the ANC, and it was actually driven home by the auspices of the economic freedom fighters. Okay, the economic freedom fighters are, in my opinion, the next government of South Africa. If need be, I think that if the arrangement of power is not finalized after the election has been, after the election has transpired, then perhaps a coalition government comprising the EFF, um, the BLF, I think that's the Black Liberation Front, um, the party that is led by Andile Mongshitawa, right? I think they are called the BLF. This is another revolutionary party in South Africa right now, and at this time, South Africa is rich with the potential leaders that it needs to, continue on autonomously, independently, and to also um, bridge the gap between the larger context of the African continent and the diaspora, because these people are reaching out to us. These people are embracing us as the diaspora. Okay, these are examples of people who would not shun their relatives from across the seas. Okay, so people just wanted to make this video to get an update on the expropriation issue because as it stands now, it has already been ratified by the ANC and the EFF in South African Parliament. Okay, so sooner or later, and hopefully sooner, the land will be removed from the hands of the tyrants who have been enriching their families for years at the expense of the black African who is the indigenous man and the indigenous woman on the continent of Africa. And also, um, while on the subject of South Africa, the Cape Party is still rearing its ugly head. The Cape Party is a party that dreams of seceding from the unity of South Africa and forming their own fringe element, their own fringe society in the southernmost portion of South Africa. So, my people, if you look at what has taken place, it is almost like a wholesale effort to destabilize the unity of South Africa through groups like AfriForum, through groups like the Cape Party, right? So if you look at what has taken place, there have also been white supremacists who have trained snipers in Pretoria who are actually trying to foreshadow a civil war because they want to fight Africans for ownership of land that was owned by our ancestors, where our ancestors shed blood, where our ancestors shed tears, where our ancestors fought battles, where our ancestors grew up with their family and raised family. Now these people want to open a Walmart or a mall in places that have high historical significance to the black people in Africa and the black people in the African diaspora around the world. All right, so you need to give the remainder of us in the diaspora the opportunity to actually come there and explore and connect with our ancestral land before somebody goes there and opens a Chinese restaurant. Okay, before somebody goes there and opens a Kentucky Fried Chicken. All right, we are not going to allow them to desecrate our ancestral homeland with their capitalist endeavors. So people, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. I don't want this video to get too long, but thank you for the support thus far. We are 246 subscribers. All right, my people. So we're moving right along. We're making progress, my people. It's been a year, but the struggle continues. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Viva EFF, Viva. All right, one love.